Are you planning a 2-day trip to Seville and are looking for the perfect 2-day itinerary? Well, then this video is for you. Now, I recently returned from spending a few days in Seville and this city absolutely blew me away and there's so much to do here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to possibly make the best out of 2 days there. So anyways, let's get into it. Now we're starting off with day 1 and this is the first full day you have here. So start off your day by eating some good breakfast because we have a lot of fun things to do. But anyways, once you're done with the breakfast, head over to your first site of this trip, and that is Plaza de España, which is one of the most iconic spots in all of Seville. Now this is a massive half-circled plaza that was built in 1929 for the Ibero-American Exposition, and it's honestly one of the most impressive places in the city. Now there is quite a bit to look at here, so just walk around and take it all in and enjoy the views from all different angles. So you can start off in the middle of the plaza in this big open square, and then you can even enter into the buildings and then enjoy the view of the plaza from the first floor but also from the second floor. And there's also a lot of detailed tiles there representing the different regions of Spain. Now set off at least 1 hour here, but you can easily spend more. But anyways, once you're done at Plaza de España, head over to Paraga de Maria Luisa Park, which is a big peaceful park filled with trees, fountains and lots of wild animals/birds. And this is overall a great place for relaxing after walking around the plaza. And this park is also right next to the plaza, making it a very convenient second stop. But anyways, before we head over to the next site is going to take up quite a bit of your day and quite a lot of time. So if you're feeling hungry or if you have spent a bit of time at the plaza and this park, I would recommend you grab some lunch or at least a light meal before heading to the next site. But anyways, after having explored these 2 sites, if you still happen to be nearby the park, go for an 18-minute walk or short taxi ride over to the Royal Alcazar of Seville. Now this is a beautiful palace that is a big mix of Islamic, Gothic and Renaissance styled architecture, with incredible detailed tile work, detailed architecture and just some beautiful green gardens filled with ducks and other birds. Now I would plan for this visit to be at least 1.5 hours, but you can easily spend up towards 3 hours there. And also speaking of this place, make sure to book your tickets in advance, because when I was there in early March, the tickets were actually sold out about 2 days in advance. And I can imagine them being sold out quite a bit in advance, especially during peak season, which is summer. So if you're there on a tight 2-day schedule, make sure to book your tickets for example this in advance. So anyways, after having followed this schedule, you're probably reaching about midday, towards maybe slightly towards the end of the day. So I'm going to recommend 2 more things to do, which kind of goes hand in hand. And this is to head down to the Seville River and just walk along the river and relax a bit. And once you're there, you can also check out the Tower Museum of Torre del Oro. Now starting off at Torre del Oro, this is a watchtower they used to help control access to the city. However, today it is a small museum and there's a lot to look at inside, especially related to Spain's ship history. And you can even climb up to the roof of this tower for some really cool views of Seville. Now once you're done at Torre del Oro, just walk down to the river, relax a bit and just walk along the river, sit down somewhere and like I said, just relaxed. And this can also be a great place to just chill a bit and maybe watch a sunset. And it's a perfect place to end off your day at. Now once you're done here, you're probably feeling quite hungry again, so you should either grab some food before heading into Torre del Oro or after by heading back to the city centrum and then finding something to eat. So make sure to get a good full meal and especially some good rest, because tomorrow we of course have even more sights to see. But anyways, it's day 2, you are ready to see some more sights, so of course start off your day with some good breakfast to get some energy going through the day, and once you're done eating breakfast, head back into the city centrum and explore the impressive Seville Cathedral, which is actually the 4th largest cathedral in the entire world. Now, this is a huge cathedral with an absolutely incredible inside that is just as impressive as the outside, and the tickets for this cathedral, similar to the Alcazar, can sell out, so I would also recommend getting this a bit in advance. Now like I said, the cathedral is absolutely impressive, so I would set off around an hour at least to exploring the inside. Now before you leave, if your ticket includes it, make sure to also climb up to the La Giralda Tower, which is the bell tower which offers some pretty great views of the city. And it's a bit of a walk to get up there as it is pretty high up, but it's definitely not too bad and it is definitely worth it. And speaking of the walk up there are actually no stairs, just a long spiraling ramp, making the walk up there quite a bit easier. Now once you're done at the cathedral, go for a 7-minute walk up to the Church of the Divine Saviour, and make sure to have a copy of your cathedral ticket either on your phone or in person, because the entrance fee to this church is actually included in your cathedral ticket, meaning it is a free bonus that you can visit. And this is also a really cool smaller church with a really impressive altar. Now it is a pretty small church, but there is a bit to look at here, so set off maybe around 45 minutes towards an hour. But anyways, then from the Church of the Divine Saviour, go for yet another 8-minute walk up to Casa de Pilatos. And of course, if you're feeling hungry hungry, then you can grab some food on your way up here. And there are also lots of great restaurants to eat at on the way there, so you can easily find something to enjoy. But anyways, then once you arrive at the Casa de Pilatos, get yourself a ticket and then enter it, and this place is just so incredibly beautiful. It kind of has a similar vibe to the Alcazaba, yet it is way more quiet. Now this place has a mix of Renaissance and Mudéjar styles, with incredible tile work, some beautiful courtyards and some like open garden areas, and a much calmer atmosphere, like I said, than the Alcazaba. And it is overall just a great, more chilled out place to visit. And it is a bit further into the city, meaning you get a bit away from the main tourist track, and I would say of around 1.5 to 2 hours at this place. But anyways, once you're done at this beautiful complex, go for an 8-minute walk over to Cetas de Seville. Now this is one of the more modern and unique spots in Seville. It is a huge wooden structure in the middle of the city, and a fun fact, it is actually considered to be one of the largest wooden structures in the world. Now start off by getting a ticket all the way at the bottom, a bit underground, then take the elevator up to the top, and then just walk around the walkway at the top, and you will get some amazing views of the city. And you will get views from all sorts of angles too. And this walkway area is also pretty big, so you can easily enjoy some more quiet times here with some pretty amazing views. But anyways, that is technically the final thing I am going to mention. We have done a lot of walking. I'm not sure if you're up for more, but if you are up for more, then you can also spend a few hours of your afternoon in, for example, the Triana district. Now this is a beautiful old neighborhood with quite a bit to see at, and there is also quite a few less tourists there. Now it has really popped up and become quite popular in recent years, but it is still quite a lot more quiet than the main centrum area around the Alcazar and of course the cathedral. And there's also lots to do here in this beautiful neighborhood, so if you do have some extra time at the end of your day, then you can head down to the river, walk over the main Triana bridge, and then just explore this beautiful neighborhood. And if you decide to do that, then it's perfect to end the day off down by the river watching the sunset. And of course, once you're done with that, you of course will need to get yourself a nice afternoon dinner. But anyways guys, that is it for my Seville 2-day itinerary. Now there was and is so much to see in this beautiful city, but I feel like this 2-day itinerary shows you some of the best and common sights in Seville. So anyways, if you have any questions about this itinerary or if I can help you out with anything, let me know down in the comments and I'll try to answer your questions as quickly as possible. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.